You talked about the guy that you line up in the huddle next to, Carson Wentz. Obviously, the comparison because he and Dak Prescott came out in the same draft class. Who's the better quarterback and why?
I'm going to take my guy 11. You know that. I got all the confidence in him. The thing that I love about him is it doesn't matter who's on the field. He's going to give him confidence.
Doesn't matter, Skip. He didn't have to go get no Amari Cooper.
My guy didn't have Miles Sanders this year.
No, you guys got Zeke. Oh, so he said Zeke. He's not trying to say Zeke. So you said Zeke's some trash. Huh?
Well, no, I mean, this guy was playing better down the stretch than my guy was playing. I kept telling you that.
You did say that.
Okay? And my guy didn't have Zach Ertz because he is really good at what he does.
Yeah, he is.
And that guy, that's his ultimate security blanket. He just looks for 86. Oh, I'm in trouble.
Well, Miles Sanders said, well, if I'd had Alshon and I'd had D-Jack out there to lift some of that coverage and get couple of those guys out the box, I could have got 1,000 yards.
Well, he did have Aguilar out there, and what happened?
Oh, man, stop playing.
Balls got dropped.
Don't do that.
Right? Yeah.
Man, you saw that video that went viral, how the building was burning down there with throwing babies, and they were catching the babies, and he was not unlike Nelson Aguilar.
Them Philly fans crazy, man.
They're a league of their own.
Okay, so I
welcome back to Philly the podcast. It's your boy Joe Castro. You know what time it is. We out here. So we're going to change up the format a little bit. We're going to try some new stuff. But basically today we're going to talk about the top 10 quarterbacks. I've been seeing it circulating, so I kind of wanted to throw my hat in the ring and give my opinion on who I think is the top 10. Obviously, you know, it's going to probably ruffle some feathers, you know, but that's what these are supposed to do, you know? So if you have a different top 10, please let me know. Definitely hit me up. We got the Facebook page popping now. We got the YouTube page popping now. Everything is at Philly the podcast. So definitely just go check that out. Anyway, so I feel like number one is like very obvious. It's very easy for everybody to pick. So Patrick Mahomes is my number one quarterback in the league right now. I think that's obvious. I think he's proven he's way more worth that pick than anyone could have imagined. I remember when he got picked, and it was kind of a shock how much, you know, Kansas City gave up to go up and get him. But, you know, it's proven very fruitful so far. So, you know, barring any crazy event, he's my number one going into next year. Next, this might be a little controversial. So I went with Russell Wilson. I know a lot of people probably would go with Lamar Jackson. I went with Russell Wilson based off, you know, just track record. I mean, Lamar Jackson had an amazing year last year, and I have him number 3, so it's not like he's number, 15 or anything like that. But I just feel like Russell Wilson has been doing it for a while now, and he's going to continue to do it. You know what you're getting out of Russell Wilson. Not to say that, Lamar Jackson was a big fluke, but you don't know. We really don't know until we see. So I'm not holding my breath on Lamar Jackson being an MVP candidate again, is basically what I'm saying. But I do think he has a unique skill set that's going to, really help him in this league. And you have a coach in Harbaugh that's going to really obviously work with you. He's going to do what makes you succeed. He's going to help you find your rhythm. So, I think that really is going to help him as well. So I do have Russell Wilson second. Obviously, I have Lamar Jackson third. Like I said, his skill set is just something we haven't seen since like Michael Vick. And even I remember watching him in college. And because, being from Connecticut, he was in our division for a little while. I think they switched it up and he left our division his senior year. I can't remember. But either way, I remember watching him and being like, damn, he's pretty nasty. The boy could be nice. I remember drafting him a couple times at Madden, but before he ever really got drafted. But, so I always thought that he had the potential to be a really good quarterback. He had the arm. He had the obvious mobility. But so I have him number 3. Number 4, I went ahead and went with a Hall of Famer, obvious Hall of Famer. I think Russ Wilson is an obvious Hall of Famer, and Mahomes is on his way. But Drew Brees. I want Drew Brees for number 4. The guy just year in and year out does not get the respect he deserves. Realistically, I could switch him and Lamar Jackson, and not feel no type of way. But Drew Brees is an amazing quarterback. Like I said, he's a sure, no doubt, first ballot Hall of Famer. There's not much to say about him. He's been doing it for so long that if you don't know about Drew Brees, you don't watch football. If you don't know who Drew Brees is, just pause this, go watch some highlights of Drew Brees, come back, and all this will make sense. But he's definitely number 4. If he was a little bit younger, I would probably even put him higher. So that brings me to number 5. So number 5, I have Deshaun Watson. Now, part of me wanted to have him lower, but I feel like, we'll really see this year. Him not having his number 1 threat is going to be, DeAndre Hopkins was huge for him. So it's going to be very interesting. But he also made it happen when Hopkins was, covered, or if he was not having a good game. Hopefully Will Fuller can be, I think they still have him, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully he can be, what they drafted him to be. But, he has that rare combination of athleticism and arm strength, almost like Mahomes. Just Mahomes is just a different breed. Mahomes is just on a different plateau than everybody else, and it helps when you have an offense like he has around him. You know what I mean? That's going to be kind of a, theme going on with these top 10 quarterbacks. Excuse me. So I have Deshaun Watson. Now, next at number 6, we have Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, he's not what he used to be. 3 or 4 years ago, he would have probably been, number 3, number 2, maybe number 1 on this list. He's just, age catches up to everybody except for Tom Brady, apparently. Even though, he's not on this list yet. So it's kind of cool little, hint. But either way, Aaron Rodgers, I think, he's still got the legs to be mobile enough to get outside the pocket. He still obviously has the amazing arm. He's a very smart player. He's a risky player, but he's a very smart, risky player. He doesn't throw many interceptions. So, hopefully with a couple of weapons around him. I don't think they drafted a wide receiver. I don't even remember their draft, but I remember a lot of Green Bay Packer fans being upset. But I feel like that's the theme with the Packers. They just never put weapons around him.